Hey there, chart friends. Lamont from Chart Guys here, checking in on the solar sector. Starting off with our ETF 10. So we are just looking for this healthy daily higher low over 54.23 whenever our consolidation is complete. I like using the fibs typically. However, because the range is so big, there's really not a lot of price action support anywhere beyond the 57.95 high. So in these situations, I don't really use the fib as often. So because we're looking for a daily higher low, we want to be doing so in hourly oversold conditions, which has yet to occur. We have not yet pierced 30. And after the first big old run, so one of our TCG backburner trades is the first 5-minute oversold bounce, and then the first hourly move as well. So looking at the 5-minute oversold bounce, the first play was, I guess you could say that one on the low of this candle here. Before it closed, the RSI was oversold, and so it made a good first little bounce. And now we're looking for that same play on the hourly time frame. And very often that hourly play can develop into a daily higher low if the hourly trend were to change off of that initial first hourly oversold bounce. So looking at the price action to the left, I can see there's a little congestion area over here, which price has already bounced off of a little bit. And then there's this price action over here where there was a bit of congestion. So you can see that the hourly would get oversold near these levels. So if we were to get down here around 70 bucks and be hourly oversold, not a bad place to start scaling in for a potential bounce and then taking out half to be protective of a potential runner. So right now I see this price action right away. What stands out to me is a potential channel. And because I have these two hourly red candles, I want to make sure I include their closes. So let's just draw it here for now, but maybe the 15-minute might offer a better channel look. So if I use that close over there, then it includes all of the closes. And if I use this low over here, then it does a pretty good job of containing market structure. So I'm just going to zoom out to the 15-minute time frame and draw it off these closes to see if it's any different of a look. Not really. So I'll use this close here and this lowest close here, and you get a pretty similar channel. So with these three pivots marked off, theoretically we could have made a play right here using the channel support, knowing that we have this previous price action here, shelf, this green shelf that's highlighted. Now that being said, if we were to look lower, I would not be opposed to bottom fishing this channel. So ideally we'll get oversold, we'll just dump right into it. If we were to dump down here, hourly RSI would be nearing like 20. And we have this previous price action over here, so it's not a bad place to start looking for a potential hourly oversold bounce. 5-minute time frame going into the end of the day. Let's see. The bulls did change the 5-minute time frame in extended hours, but it's not as meaningful during extended hours. We want to see some follow through during regular trading hours to believe that our hourly higher low has been set here at 72.75. So the bulls tomorrow, ideally, they will want to show up and hold 72.25, this low over here, and break 73.90 in order to change this hourly trend and have us confident that this is our daily higher low. Moving on to ORA. ORA is very interesting. I highlighted it before for its relative strength, and it's holding up very, very well compared to the rest of the sector. You can see it's one of the few green names here. These are solar names too, but probably not going to cover them. They're smaller cap names for the most part, except for BEP, which doesn't have any shares to short on TOS. So anyway, ORA relative strength, I just want to highlight it again in case anybody missed the previous videos. I believe, in my opinion, the reason why it's showing relative strength is because it has done this. It has been basing for much of its existence for 5 years. For 15 years, essentially, it's been basing. And we struggled to get over this top initially. We came back up later, broke above it, came back, failed the back test. Now we broke back above and I have seemingly confirmed a back test here as support. This is a pretty good move. So we can be fairly confident that this low is set for now. The weekly time frame, it's not confirmed. In order for us to be very confident that that monthly low has been set, we would need to see a weekly higher low and then a higher high. So we got to see some pullback here, set a higher low, break to a higher high for us to be very confident that this monthly higher low is set. On the daily time frame, another big move up today. Let's see. So whenever we do start daily consolidation, we will be looking for a daily higher low over 54.05, and we want to do our shopping again in hourly oversold conditions. There's really no sign of daily consolidation yet. In order for us to be scouting that daily higher low for ORA, we need to see the hourly trend, or the hourly price action, I should say, come back, print a low, print a lower high, print a lower low, and then we will be confident that this daily high is set, and we will be scouting that daily higher low in hourly oversold conditions, which I can see over here, would be around $62. So mark it off right here, take a look to the left and see if there's any price action that could help support a potential higher low being set there. And for sure there is. This entire area is a very contentious zone, right? We have all these tops over here. There's one top here, two tops, three tops, four tops here. Four tops here included into this little zone, right? It's essentially the 50% of this Darvis box. If you were to cut this zone in half, it's right there, right? And so not a bad place to start looking for a potential daily higher low in hourly oversold conditions if we were to see the hourly trend change to the bears. 5-minute time frame going into the end of the day, it did change the trend. So the 5-minute trend has been changed, so we can be fairly confident this hourly high here will be a temporary top at least, and we will just be looking for a healthy hourly higher low over 70.83, and we always want to do that in 5-minute oversold conditions. So I like to pull my handy dandy fib as a potentially offer some structure, and I can see that the 5-minute would be extended at right around $74. So if we were looking to do some shopping for a potential hourly higher low, maybe we'd be doing so like such. Maybe we can even include just like that. Right, so we'll be looking left a little bit. We can see that we have this previous price congestion over here. And so it would not be a bad place for bulls to potentially defend on the 5-minute time frame and then potentially change the 5-minute trend to set an hourly higher low. On to JKS. JKS inside bar day. Well, it actually broke the previous day by just a little bit. And then now set this practically an inside bar. On the hourly time frame, we have yet to change the trend. You could say that this is a little trend change, but then we broke to new highs. So in order for us to be very confident that that daily high is set, we just want to see this low get taken out. This low here, right? Because if we were to, let's see, really not quite the case yet. So in order for us to be confident, then we would like to see the hourly price come up, break this every single candle with a lower high pattern. So each one of these candles has a lower high, right? So if we were to get some hourly bounce going, set a lower high against 63.48 and then break this low over here of 58.40, then we can be confident in this hourly trend change and that daily top has been set, in which case we will be looking for a healthy daily higher low over, wow, there is a ton of space, over 1894. Wow. It's a doozy. Okay, so if the bears are able to change that hourly trend, we'll just be looking for anything over 1894 to potentially be a daily higher low, and we'll want to do our shopping in hourly oversold conditions. And so we can see that the hourly would start being oversold right around $50, and there was a previous top here. So not a bad place to start looking for a potential daily higher low forming based off of an hourly oversold bounce. Csiq. Alrighty. So Csiq broke out of that channel mentioned in a previous video, back tested it, rejected that back test, came up to grind it again, tried to get back in, could not, failed another back test, and now we saw a big old dump. Excuse me, a big old dump off of the channel back test. And so today bears were positioning off of for a potential hourly lower high, which looks like it was set. See, we just need that 5-minute trend change. And yes, the 5-minute trend did change back to the bears over here. And so here going into the end of the day, they had this little EQ and then finally confirmed 5-minute lower highs and lower lows. Came back, printed another lower high, broke to a new high there. And then we close with a potential higher low. So the bulls have the potential to save this. If tomorrow we open up, if we can hold, the bulls can hold 37.75 and then break 38.30, they will have changed the 5-minute trend and then have set this hourly higher low compared to this low of 37.06. In which case, will we be looking for a daily lower high? A daily lower high is probably the most likely scenario given this much range. So if the bulls were to change to hourly trend tomorrow, we would still be looking for, the bears would still be looking for a daily lower high against 42.74. That being said, bulls are just looking for a daily higher low over 28.70. So I have this previous top marked off over here. Not a bad place if price were to get back down there. Let's see. Yeah, so if we were to get a little a little, what do you call it? A dead cat bounce here and then break down to these levels where there was a previous top in hourly oversold conditions, not a bad place to be looking for a potential daily higher low to be set. Okay, so SEDG, nice trade highlighted in the room today. What did I say? I just said that an inside bar was likely. Is that what I said? Let me double check here. Yes. Say a lot of things I forget it very often, but let's see here. So on that day, early today at 9:21 a.m., would not be surprised of SEDG printing another inside bar, top fish for aggressive bears in play, and that played out really well. It played out perfectly well. We were in PM high. Well, I'm sorry, we set this previous high, and then as soon as we opened, we went right up to that resistance and rejected just perfectly from it. Okie dokie. So going into the end of the day, the bulls did change the 5-minute trend, and so we can be fairly confident that this hourly low, is it a higher low? It is a higher low. It was set, and now bears are just looking for a lower high compared to 31160. So we would not be surprised by a continued tightening range on JKS, just an hourly EQ essentially. So something like this, looking to tighten up into the end of the week. On to Run. Run is one of the weaker names. As you can see, we already confirmed the daily downtrend with this lower high and then breaking to lower lows when 74.86 was taken out. And now we've come back to test this area of previous price congestion. So not a bad place to be looking for a potential daily higher low against $56, 56.01. So we just want to do our shopping again in hourly oversold conditions. The hourly is extended right now. No sign of bounce yet. It looks like there is a potential RSI trend line that could offer you some assistance. What if we drew it like... Yeah. Okay, so hourly RSI is getting close to 15, 18 now. It's sub 20. So not a bad time to be doing our shopping. If we can get 5-minute extension as well tomorrow, it is right now. I would not be opposed to scaling in. It's more of an aggressive entry, but if we have 5-minute oversold conditions, hourly oversold conditions, we're in this previous price congestion area, and we know we're looking for a daily high or low, not a bad place to be doing some scaling in. So the ideal situation then for bulls tomorrow would be just a week open. Just get everything really, really extended so that we can have 5-minute RSI back in single digits, hourly RSI back in the teens, and then we can look to bottom fish these levels. Bottom fish levels right above 56. So maybe something like this. Maybe something like that. And we will just be looking for a daily lower high. So maybe we would just look to backtest the 26 EMA as resistance. Gives you 2 to 1 on your money. This is a pretty loose stop as well. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, well, I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night.